Hi. So, pardon my appearance. I've been crying pretty hard, and I'm probably gonna start crying while I'm doing this. So, apologies in advance. I want to get this off my chest, and I'm not even really sure where to start. Um, the realization that I've come to tonight is that for I don't even know how long. I'm 41 years old, so probably for 41 years, I've been living in a situation where over and over again I set up a goal or somebody sets up a goal and I reach it and it doesn't matter that I reached it. It's like somebody keeps moving the finish line. And I'm noticing this not only in my personal life, in small ways, day to day ways, but in larger ways, like getting an advanced degree and racking up a whole bunch of student debt that I will probably be paying off for the rest of my life, including while I'm paying off my son's student debt. And finding out when I get out of my graduate program that my degree doesn't mean anything because things have changed in the academic world since the time that I entered a 2-year program. And it's stuff like that. It's work. I'm working independently, trying to make my own business stay afloat and flourish and help to support my very small family, my one child that I waited to have until I was 39 years old. And we're still renting a tiny place and we're still living hand to mouth. And I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And I know that a lot of people throughout this primary season so far, this election season so far, are dealing with similar kinds of things, and it's part of why we're all so angry. It's part of why we're all so frustrated. It's that somebody keeps moving the damn finish line. We're working. In fact, we're working harder and longer hours than generations before us ever have. We're earning benefits that we're not receiving. I don't get medical coverage. Do you get medical coverage? I mean, who gets that anymore? It's something for rich people now. Whereas before, not too long ago, generations before us would be able to expect that as a given for investing their time and their energy and what they had learned to do, their skill set, for 40 hours a week or maybe less, and you earn a living. You get to earn a living. That's the trade-off. And I am in a similar place as a lot of people I know right now. Where's the living? I'm working, but where's the living? This constant, repeated, consistent, hand to mouth, always on the edge of wondering whether or not you're going to have enough for rent, always on the edge of wondering whether or not this month sales just aren't going to be good enough to keep things afloat, and you're going to have to make massive changes. I mean, our kid's not even in school yet. Who the hell knows how we're going to manage when that happens? And my mom's getting older and she's got health problems going on and she lives far away. And I'm 41. I'm supposed to be entering that phase of life where I can help her, and I can barely keep us afloat. We're a 2-income household. Mommy, daddy, and baby. Like, we're doing everything we were told we were supposed to do. We went to school. We got jobs. We got more jobs. We got 2 and 3 jobs at a time. We only have one car between us, and we have to like sit down and really suss out whether or not it's a good idea for us to order pizza when we're just too damn tired, too fucking tired to cook dinner. That's a major expense for us. And it's not, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense for that to have been going on for so long. We didn't stop trying. We didn't give up and then start over again. I mean, we've been working. We keep working. And we don't get anywhere further than we are right now. And that's wrong. That's not right. That's not right. We're worth more than that. And when an entire economy is split down the middle with this yawning chasm between the haves and the have-nots, and it's not because I'm worth less than someone who's a millionaire or a billionaire. It's not because I'm a lesser person. It's not because I care less about my job or my family or my community. There is no why. It's not a logical, rational thing. It's a setup. It's a scam. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You know, which brings me to my point. I've been, in my copious amounts of spare time, doing a lot of posting and volunteering and talking and fundraising for Bernie Sanders. And it's because for the first time in my life, it seems like somebody in a position of authority, in a position of power, actually gives a shit about that yawning chasm and wants very much to do something about it. He has earned my trust, not just by what he says right now, but by what he has done over the past 35, 40 years, 50 years of his life as an activist, as a statesman, as a lawmaker. And I'm getting emotional about this because I'm watching way too many people disregard the work that's already gone into this and disregard the work that citizens like us and statesmen like Bernie have put into trying to repair the damage to this nation, the damage to this economy, the damage to our society, the racism and the violence and the gross negligence that we as human beings have been showing to one another. We really are all in this together. And the people who have more money are going to find out either through a political revolution like Bernie is really trying to give us, or through a different kind of revolution that you're already seeing on the edges of this society, on the fringes of this society. People are getting angrier all the time, and the racism is becoming exacerbated because it's being glorified on TV because that's what sells commercials. How dare you? How dare you make money off of hatred and violence? How dare you? Did you know that in 45 cities across the nation today, people were marching in support of Bernie Sanders? No, not unless you spend a lot of time on the internet talking to specific people who happen to want you to know, because mainstream media won't tell you because they're busy selling commercials. And violence is what sells their commercials for them. And hatred and bigotry is what sells their commercials for them. I've had it. I have had it with living that way. If we go down, you go down. The society is all one thing. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, unless we start paying attention to the needs of our weakest and our most vulnerable and actually caring about what happens to them, to us, because it is all an us. It's all a big we with a capital W. You don't get to separate the people who are suffering from the people who are thriving because it's all one people. And you either find that out the hard way, like it's looking like we're going to, or perhaps a gentler, more productive way by taking responsibility for your position in this society, no matter what that position is, like going the hell out and voting. by getting the hell up and talking to your neighbors. Put shoes on somebody's feet if they don't have them on, for crying out loud. Care. Care. I don't know what else to say. I want my son to have better. That's all. I just want my son to have better. If somebody sets up a finish line and says, here, kid, if you get there, you can have a decent life. Just do these things. Have a decent life. Participate in your society. Be somebody who helps people. And receive the benefit for being someone who helps people. That's all. And when he fulfills those obligations that are set up for him by that society, I want that society to pay him. I want that society to make sure that he is clothed and fed, that he is given the appropriate compensation for participating in a society that he belongs to. This game, yeah, it is rigged. And I'm sick of it. I'm not going to sit idly by and let it stay rigged while my son grows up in this. Anyway, here's the punchline. If you're thinking about not voting, stop thinking that way.